Hi, my name is Adrienne Chisolm. I'm better known as Peachy. I'm the CEO and founder of E. E stands for Engage, Encourage, Equip, and Empower. And today is a forum for teenagers called Off with E, all open floor forum with E. Today we will be having a panel discussion with teenagers discussing issues that they are facing with today. Do you understand that, as you grow up in life and you go for a job interview, that people look at who you are and how you dress and how you carry yourself? What do you think they look at when you come? When you walk through that door and you go in for an interview, what do you think they're looking for?
Travis, the way you speak.
Okay, the way you speak.
Kenneth, the way they dress.
The way they dress.
How about the way you walk? Is that important?
Sure.
Why?
Yeah.
Because if you're in a professional job, you don't want to be walking and limping while you're talking to people.
My name's Ann Cox. They would want to have good etiquette.
What type
What's
of etiquette?
Have a good behavior to try to get that job.
So even when you're in a classroom and you're sitting like this, okay, what do you think the teacher is thinking about you when you have a slouchy, body language?
Well, if you were the teacher, what would you think about somebody whose body language is not what you would consider positive? Or even better, describe what you think is negative body language in a classroom. And I'm going to ask each one of you, so what's negative body language?
But negative body language is like acting like they don't want to be in the classroom. My name is Adrienne Cox, and negative body language is like they just don't want to, they don't feel like moving and they don't want to do anything.
That they don't pay no attention. That they don't want to learn.
Slouchy. So most times, me being an educator and students come in my classroom, I feel that when students are slouching and not being attentive, I feel that way. That's my perception, that they're not really wanting to be educated, that, it's like they're coming just to sit in a desk, showing emotions of not wanting to learn. And on my part, it is very stressful, because one thing that I do is I really stress education. And, my main motto is educate yourself. I'm still a student. I always try to learn everything that I can learn. But when I have students in the class and they're just slouching and not being attentive, it really takes away from the learning environment and the teaching environment. So what I would ask that you do is that you will be instrumental in setting an example for your students in your classroom and being proactive and being good student models, as I would say. I'm going to get some feedback from the panel.
Regarding body language, I think body language speaks to everything that you do. Body language is important because you can tell when somebody's listening to you and when they're not. But I think the body language that Ms. Peachy is really trying to get you to understand is negative body language and what it says about you versus positive. I want people to think positively. Why? Because I'm representing my community. I'm representing my family, I'm representing my race, and so negative body language just kind of, like suppose I was sitting here, why would you want me here? What would that say about me? So, and I can tell you, when you get outside with your friends, sure you can act a little bit different than you do inside, but when you hit the door, and we'll probably talk a little bit about chivalry and things like that. Chivalry? Anybody know what that is? Probably not. You practice it though. I hope you practice it. This is when you hold the door for your mother. And other little things like opening a car door. And you might think that's corny. But let me tell you, those are the people that you should want to marry. That's not the only requirement. And those are the type of women who expected that you guys should want to marry. Because I can tell you, the ladies sitting at this panel, they know what I'm talking about, and it makes a difference. And see that look on her face? That's the look you want to give whenever you have an opportunity to give up.
I agree with you. As a police officer, the first thing I look at whenever I look at you is to see if you are making eye contact. That has a lot to do with whether you're going to tell me the truth or not. If you're looking off and around the room, I know you're getting ready to tell me a lie. You've got to think about what you're going to say. So it is important that we look each other. Now, it's not threatening. I think I maybe came up in an era where if you looked someone in the face, they thought it was intimidating, but we were taught to hold our heads high. I don't have anything to hide from you. I'm not afraid of you. There's no reason for me to be afraid of you. I can speak with you like I can speak with anyone else. So, and body language does have a lot to do with it. As everyone was saying, you know, if you're slouching and not paying any attention, I really don't want to talk with you. I don't think you're paying any attention to what I'm going to say or if you're even interested in it. So I'll move on to someone else that, you know, maybe will take the time to listen to. I've run into all kinds of people, and it all comes down to the same thing. If you treat me with respect, I treat you with respect. We get a lot of negative feelings back from law enforcement, but we have to look at how we project ourselves to the public and what's going on. The world is not out to get you, but it's how you present yourself to it.
When in certain circumstance, like Trayvon Martin, you know, and I think we talk about Trayvon Martin so that we can get educated from it. You know, it's certain people, God created all of us equal, but there's certain people that don't like people. They feel like they're better than people. They will go above the law. They will take the law in their own hands to rectify their situation. So know when you're in a situation. I heard the Reverend talk about the pants, and the officer talk about the same pants and all. Know when you're in a situation and get educated to know what you should do at that particular time. You know, and know when your rights are discriminated against, know who to go to. But sometimes you might need to be cool because you don't want to be dead right. You want to be right, but you don't want to be dead right.
There's one time somebody told me that there is a white man and a black man. They both did the same thing. Well, they didn't pay for something, but then the police officer arrested the black guy instead of the white guy. Instead, they just took the black guy instead of arresting them both.
Pop, tell me one word that comes to your mind when you hear justice.
Freedom.
See? Yeah. Somebody else. Let's build that up. Come on, man.
Doing good. Doing good.
Justice. I like the good part. And it got to be some doing too. But somebody else helped me fill up that word, justice. But you know what I was wishing somebody would say? Equality or equal.
Fairness.
Fairness, thank you, sir. See, because that's what we employ police officers to do, to keep the playing field straight. If it's anybody that's not looking to do good, if it's anybody that ain't playing fair, if it's somebody that's taking an undue advantage of somebody else, well, my God, I want somebody to help me. I want somebody who's going to do it according to the way it should be done. I want somebody who's going to be, I'll say cognizant, but I want somebody who's going to understand and be aware of what my rights are and help me protect that.
I just want to say thank y'all for coming, and thanks to the parents who saw the benefit of today. The one thing I'd just like to impress upon you all is that you're wonderful children. You've got a lot to offer your family and yourself and the community. Don't sell yourself short. Don't limit yourselves. You can be whatever it is that you want to be. Be innovative. Do things that other people don't do. You know, come up with things, create things, invent things. Each of you have a gift or gifts that you can share to help someone else. And I applaud you all for being here. I know you're going to take the right path. You've been very attentive. I've been a kid. I understand, and I wasn't the best child. I was not the best daughter when I needed to be. And but I learned how to be. One day, you'll know what he meant by loving your mother and taking good care of her and respecting her. Love your daddies too now, because I was a daddy's girl. I celebrate the mothers who brought y'all here today, because they obviously love you very much.
We would like to thank HCHG Production for their participation.